practically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns
and the Washington Commanders.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wins first play going right to the air.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's Watson. Steps away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards. It says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they run it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And Hunt is not going to get there. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And that will be incomplete.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Grant Delpit.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On second and a long way to go. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
82-40.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he finds McLaurin.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first and 10, here's Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Nothing like a little power football that they're playing right there on the left side. That was the strong side of the offensive line. They paved the way.
They paved the way. He lowered the shoulder and powered forward to convert.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got it out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sione Takitaki with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Watson on 3rd down.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Watson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
From the 41, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line. 46 down, man, 5-4. 81, 81.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And oh, he coughed it up. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and a yard, Watson.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
But a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 2nd and very short, Watson
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
on first down. It's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Out of the gun, Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Touchdown! Kareem Hunt halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing now is Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Finding space at the 40. Still going. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, kill. Hey, Ford, don't kill.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Watson, off play action. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season is going on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Gibson again. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Where they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. Pass incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Wentz gonna throw. And that is incomplete.
Painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the fourth quarter, the Dolphins have scored again to extend their lead a bit. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. The Browns' drive about to get started as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And Watson's going to throw it here. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So Cleveland